Hey everyone, it is Evan here from the Trade Risk on Wednesday, July 17th. We are intraday right now, and this is our weekly trade ideas video where we bring you some of the names on our watch list, stocks that are holding up well, showing some good relative strength, and ideally are not yet too extended in their move. As always, these videos are powered by our partners over at Investors Business Daily, curating ideas from their stock lists. You can get access to those lists with a link in the description of this video. So we got six names we're looking at today. We have 2 from IBD's list, 4 from our watch list, and we're going to jump into the first one here, which is QLYS. This comes from IBD's list, and you can see here that this one is a longer term sort of pattern we're looking at here. This is a weekly chart I just switched over to, and you can see just the consolidation that has taken place since about the middle of 2018. We have found resistance in this mid-90 area, right around $95, $97 is where the all-time highs are for this stock. And you can see we're back up to the upper end of that range now. We can see MACD is in positive territory, and we're starting to sort of challenge those upper levels. Again, weekly time frame. We do have earnings coming up soon for this name as well. So let's see how this acts up here. Maybe earnings is the catalyst that finally kicks this in motion and starts to break out, but it's been just moving sideways here. There's a lot of energy built up, and it's something to start paying attention to if we can start to clear over 91 and then more importantly around that $96, $97 area in the coming weeks. So QLYS, that's the first name there. Number 2 from IBD's list is SNNC. So this one here did get beaten up pretty good over May. It had this gap down on heavy volume back on the 1st of May. Since then, it's really been just kind of catching its foot, trying to find some accumulation, some higher lows to get put in here. And so far, so good. The bleeding stopped around $54, $55. It's been moving sideways, starting to make some higher lows here. And what I like is this increase in volume over the past 2 weeks. It still needs to prove itself. It still needs this breakout over about $59, $60. If it can start to clear above this cluster of highs, then we have a shot at potentially kind of coming back up here, filling this gap, and then starting to repair some of that damage. So for now, yet to be seen which way this ends up breaking, but let's look for some vol expansion here one way or the other. This could easily start to work onto the downside here. I know with this open gap in place in the seller's favor, if this starts to break down, then you have a potentially good short candidate here as well. So keep an eye on both sides of this trade if you are an active trader. Now, next up comes from our watch list is SAND. This is a gold stock here, and if we zoom out and just take a look at this pattern that has formed here, it had this really strong move off of the lows here around $3.50 in late 2018. It got up to almost $6 in a very sharp move, very fast fashion here, and then it's just been mostly consolidating sideways here. Lots of volume coming in as the gold trade, as the metals trade is starting to take off this year. And if we kind of zoom out, we even look at a weekly chart here, you can see that this $5, $6 level goes all the way back to 2017 and before. So this is a pretty important area here. We get a nice long-term trend that's trying to emerge on the weekly chart. If you believe in gold, then SAND is a good one to look at there for technicals. Next up from our watch list is TLRA. This is a very under-the-radar name. Would be surprised if many people have seen this one, but technically it is holding up. It is a smaller cap name, low float, so this thing is volatile. It can move quite fast, so do pay attention to that. But take a look at the volume that has come into this name starting in March, really, of this year. It's been off to the races to the upside from $3 all the way up to $8. It's not ready yet, but it is carving out this sideways range here just under its highs. If we zoom out here, it's not quite all-time highs for the name, but it is pretty close. You can see a nice kind of rounded out pattern here since its IPO in 2013. Like the name, it is definitely a higher beta play and something that needs a little more time, but over $8.30 or so starts to look pretty good. Last 2 names, RNG. This one here again from our watch list, you can see not quite broken out yet, just at the top end of the range. MACD is leading here back up towards recent highs or all-time highs, and one that's just been acting well, technically strong, and just kind of basing and breaking out. So RNG, I like that one to pay attention to. And last but not least, I'll throw this one in here just because CY SYBR. This one here broke out recently, so the chase is on. But if we do get some type of dip here, some pullback, I like this. So long as we are trading above, call it 134 or so, any type of move, shorter term move back into that, good for an active trade. But I like it to the long side here. It's already started to break out, so it's a chase. I wouldn't chase it here. I'd look for some type of pullback, or at least just for this sideways to develop a little bit further, and then some type of continuation pattern to emerge. So 6 names, all on the long side there. Hopefully you find something that looks interesting to you. As always, do your homework as we're coming into earnings season. Double check those dates because we do have a lot of companies reporting over the next couple of weeks. Thanks so much as always for tuning in and watching. Every Wednesday you can get trade idea videos just like this. Subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on the Trade Risk, thetraderisk.com/blog. Thanks so much. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.